24 hours in Tower Defense Simulator. I made a recent post lately talking about if I should, what game I should play next for Tower Defense wise. And to my avail, everyone chose Tower Defense Simulator. So basically, I went ahead and made a noob outfit, which is the bacon hair, and I customized my regular avatar and to make it transform into a bacon hair. And throughout this 24 hours, I'm going to be doing challenges to spice things up, like drawing characters in-game, to playing with people, to removing a unit, and we'll be playing the easy mode to the hardest mode. Hour 1, the peak start. I started out by loading into the game, and the game decided to prompt me with the tutorial, which you can get 600 coins and a demo man. So I ended up clicking it. So I loaded into the match, started walking around, and I placed the first unit because the commander told me to, and I ended up placing him down. And honestly, he's fairly cheap than the other units I've ever played in any other game. Then the first wave started coming out, and it was honestly pretty easy. I was quite curious to see if they had an auto skip in this game, because any other tower defense game has an auto skip, and they do, but it costs Roblox. So apparently clicking all that stuff, it glitches your game, and I have to leave the game now, dude. Come on. Okay, so I ended up rejoining the game, and as soon as I joined, I ended up placing the sniper tower. And to be honest, I really don't like the sniper tower. And now I have to place the grenadier unit because Mr. Commando wanted me to. So we ended up placing him right in the little spot he told me to. After playing the match for a decent amount of time, we ended up coming across Mr. Dummy Boss, and we ended up taking him out pretty easy. He was light work. After destroying Mr. Boss Man, we ended up getting 400 XP and 600 coins to buy our first tower. But as soon as we got back to the lobby, we were prompted to play another mode. Since I'm a low level in the game, I wanted to pick Portland, which is only 1 star, so this should be light work also, just like the tutorial was. As soon as I entered my first ever game on TDS, I ended up placing my scout towers. And honestly, they performed pretty well for being a starter tower. And this is coming from someone that plays other tower defense games. I've never played this one, and this one's more skilled than I think the other tower defense games. We approached wave 16, and we ran into our first boss, which was the slow boss. And this one has like very low HP, but I didn't know there was multiple bosses in one game. After killing the slow boss, I was awarded $300 and also the wave reward with wave clear bonus. And now another boss spawned in, which was the hidden boss. We took that one out, and now that leads to us getting closer to our final boss. Our first actual boss has came out, and it is the Gravedigger. He has a lot more health than I expected. In the tutorial, the other one had less health, and this one is going to be more of a challenge for us, but we should be able to complete this. So I ended up panicking, and I placed a lot of scouts down, but these seem to be doing really good, and we took them out a few minutes, or like a minute into the counter with the Gravedigger, which is pretty good. And just like that, another one bites the dust. Too easy. Get out of here. I ended up getting rewarded a low-grade crate, 250 coins, and 100 XP, which is pretty nice. We got lower coins in the first tutorial, but it's cool. So I went on to play a few more games and collected all the stuff from those matches, and I bought my first few towers, which are pretty decent, I think, in my opinion, because they helped me a lot. So I ended up getting Paintballer, which basically has 2 damage, 7 range, and 1.6 cooldown. And I ended up buying the Soldier, which Soldier is really good. It has one damage, and it obviously increases over time. It has a 13 range and a 0.15, which I think that's insane for a starter. And it's 350 to place down. Well, Paintballer is 400 to place down. For the last bit of the hour of me playing a TDS, I decided to play the Please Donate event. I chose easy, and it gave me a starter, basically, like team. As scary as the map looks, it did give me a headache, and it wasn't really hard. It just was a really confusing map, knowing that they come through 2 different directions in a little spiral pathway, but it was pretty easy starting out. After playing the match for a very long time, we finally got to the point where we got to fight the freaking Please Donate boss, the corrupted Hazim. He had 50,000 HP, but apparently all the units I spammed on the map and upgraded maximum was pretty easy to defeat. It only took us a few, like, I think a minute or 2. And just like that, we were able to take out the owner of Please Donate. Too freaking easy, Hazim. Give me my Robux. After we defeated Hazim, it ended up rewarding us 100 XP, the Hazim skin, supply drop, Please Donate looking icon, and 200 coins. Hour 2. I don't even know what I'm doing. Starting out, I can only use 4 of each towers only. Loading into the map straight away, I ended up picking my first map, which would be Sugar Rush. Since I'm still a noob, I ended up choosing easy mode. The first thing I did was decide where I want to place my Crook Boss. So I ended up placing it straight in the middle. With the Crook Boss placed down, I was able to take out the first 4 enemies in wave 1, which was honestly pretty good so far. Wave 7 has arrived, and the first boss has appeared out out of nowhere, which was the normal boss with 180 HP. Only crook boss being placed down with his allies helping out by his side. We were able to take out this bozo really fast. Wave 10 has arrived. I end up placing down my military tower and my air support so we can actually take out more rounds easier. We ended up maxing my second farm on wave 15, which is actually really efficient. Wave 16 slow boss has arrived, and then just like the other bosses, he has exited the map. Last but not least, the one and only boss I've been looking for this entire freaking match has arrived. The Grave Digger, once again ready to go up against me once and for all. For some reason, he couldn't handle how handsome I was, so he ended up leaving the match. I was awarded 250 coins and 100 XP. Nice. I ended up heading back to the lobby, went straight to the quest, and I ended up doing 2 brand new daily quests. Since a lot of my footage last night got corrupted, I ended up like basically my PC crashed during recording. I ended up buying a 300 Robux unit, which was the crook boss, which I forgot to mention, and so far it's helped me out through this 24 hours. I ended up playing a few more matches, which ended up closing my second hour. Hour 3. Yeah. I ended up beating this random guy, and he wanted me to play Badlands with him, which was hard. As confident enough as this guy was, we almost lost the freaking match. I had to carry it by placing so many units. These zombies almost got in. I went full panic mode, and I placed a bunch of farms down and kind of leveled them up a little bit. Wave 14, I decided it was a good idea, which wasn't, to place a bunch of sniper guys on the rooftop so maybe I can knock some heads off, but I don't think that was a good plan. Wave 15 came along, and a lot of these like ghost purple guys started getting through our base, which started knocking a lot of health out of our base, which we almost lost. My teammates started losing all the confidence he built up at the beginning of the match, and it looks like we're going downhill from here. Well, just like I said, we ended up losing the match, but hey, at least I got 226 XP and 251 coins. I mean, I guess that pays off. It looks like we literally went to a pizza party mode this time, and hey, knowing me, I wanted to show off some of my dance moves, so I ended up breakdancing on the floor. Starting out the match, I ended up placing my crook boss, and it looks like we're gonna end up freaking losing because a lot of the enemies are getting through. For some reason, the guy wanted me to place my shotgun tower in the front, so I ended up placing it here. Well, I don't know what that was even supposed to do because a lot of enemies are not dying. So I ended up starting to focus in on my farms, and I ended up placing a whole bunch of them when I should have just upgraded one instead the whole time. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't regret buying Godfather. He lives a 0.2 to 0.12 cooldown, a 15 to 16.5 range, and a 6 to 18 damage, which is pretty insane if you ask me. I went on to basically starting to upgrade my crook bosses, to ending up placing a lot more of them down. Wave 32, and it looks like a lot of enemies are starting to push their way through our towers, and they're progressively getting closer to the end. With my full potential and a lot of towers placed down, it looks like I'm not able to take out majority of these guys getting all the way through. So it looks like I ended up losing the match, and this guy's not confident at all. Hour 4. Let's go. I loaded in and picked easy straight away, placing down my crook boss and taking my sweet time and placing all my farms down. So I ended up deciding to go ahead and upgrade all my farms so I can get some moolah, baby. Let's go. Normal boss is kind of getting through, so my guys are going to take them out really fast. Wave 13, I placed a lot of units down. Wave 15, they started getting through pretty fast. I got a weird message on Roblox. What is this new update? I didn't know you could text through Roblox while in game. Finally, Gravedigger has finally arrived. We end up getting really close to defeating him, which is insane. Just like that, bro's dead. We were then rewarded with a pumpkin bomb, 100 XP, and 250 coins. Hour 5. Poop. We loaded up into the lobby and somebody wanted to play with us. So I got in a group with them. Straight away, I had to flex and place down my crook boss. Then they told me to place my shotgun in the middle. Then I became a farmer and I started placing down farms. Then I started stretching out my fields with more crops. And then I placed more crook bosses. Yeah. Back to my farms, fully upgrading them. Wave 32, I decided to start fully upgrading my crook bosses. Finally, Molten freaking boss arrives. Then they have these characters that were shooting some kind of like laser beam. Just like that, I was able to kill Molten Boss by myself, totally. Then I got these wicked rewards right here. Not that much, honestly. Hour 6. I decided to go live stream and play with that one person again. Back to my old habits, I started placing down more freaking farms. I ended up witnessing his elves die in front of me. Then for some reason, we were almost dying. I don't know how this happened. So I started panicking and started upgrading my crook bosses to the max almost. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be GG's from here. We have a lot of guys that went through, so we'll have to see. I ended up placing down my military bases. Now look at all these things getting summoned right now from my military bases. Now upgrading my last farm. And then made my way to upgrade my last freaking military base. Molten Boss finally respawned again. With the last few seconds left in our game, they ended up taking out the Molten Boss just like that. Easy like cheese. And then I got my rewards. Hour 7. Eat. Now I'm in pizza mode, choosing a corner to hide my drug farms. Wave 27, started placing down my military bases. Hopefully my crook bosses take these guys out. Wave 37, crook bosses already maxed. Had nothing else to place down, so I decided to place some planes down. Then I got jump scared, and then it was time to fight Wax the Fox. Just like that, I manhandled the freaking fox and won myself. First time beating it, I got rewarded 900 coins, 350 XP, and a supply drop. Hour 8. Boredom. Back into the abyss mode. I decided to play with my live stream viewers on this mode. Then got DM'd leaks for another game out of nowhere. And now we're getting bomb rushed by a bunch of enemies. But don't worry, my tanks are here to save the day. Then I finally upgraded my military base. Now we're getting pushed by a lot more enemies once again. Then I got bored and started walking on an octopus leg. Now multi-boss spawned again. But now we're getting ready to take them out, so that's really good. We ended up defeating them, so let's go. And I got these rewards. It's GG. Hour 9. Nuggets. Pizza mode with the viewers. We loaded in. I ended up placing my crook down and my farms, you already know. Then I was in a game with a monkey football guy. Placed down my military bases. Why is this robot bending over? All of my stuff started getting summoned in, which is cool. And this guy is getting laser beam but doesn't die. All my farms are finally maxed in the game now. And almost my military base is fully maxed. Go ahead and upgrade my crook bosses all the way up. Now we're doing some insane damage at wave 34. Now I had to place down my plane units, which we fully upgraded almost. There we go. Fully upgraded. Wax the Fox in the game once again, almost dead, and we end up taking out Wax the Fox once again. Bro is frozen, and we got all these rewards right here. Hour 10, cooked. I went back into the lobby and joined a party, playing the Please Donate event. I placed my crook boss down and another one down. Why does he have me on his shirt? Please give me Robux. I end up upgrading my crook boss to Tommy level, and again upgrading my other crook bosses. Now I'm upgrading my military bases I placed down, and we lost the match. These guys suck. Hour 11, aggressive. Loading into another match solo this time. I ended up playing Badlands. Starting out, I placed one of my crook bosses down. And now we're getting rushed. There's a lot of guys. We took a lot of damage, so I decided to place another crook boss down. I've kind of panicked, so I placed 2 farms down and a 3rd one. And I placed a minigun down. The minigun is holding off for now, which is good. But I'm gonna need to place another crook boss. What are these ghost guys? And I freaking lost. Hour 12. I was gonna go ahead and choose a map. I end up choosing Grass Owl. Placed my one guy down once again. Placed my farms down next. Place another one down. Place the minigun guy early on it so he could reach the circle area. And he ended up taking out half these enemies really fast, which is actually pretty good. Place down another farm while having 2 maxed. Oh, look at this guy of Walking Dead. Placed a couple of my military things down. Upgraded my crook bosses. And a lot of my stuff has now gotten summoned. Look at all the enemies coming through. 36 Riddler looking guy came out. Molten boss finally here. And once again, he's light work. Took him out 5th time. Hour 13. I end up claiming my damage dealer reward, unlocking a crate, which gave me a skin for my pistol guy again. Spinning the wheel to getting some ticket, which I don't even know what the ticket's for. Seeing all the consumables I have. Going to a new map, I chose Abandoned City. I end up choosing Intermediate, which is harder this time. Placing my crook boss down first. Upgrading crook boss, placing a farm down. Surviving this wave, we're on wave 4 right now. Ghoul spawned in at wave 7. We end up killing Ghoul easily though. Fully upgrading my farms I have. Minigunner taking all these guys out on wave 13. Alright, Reaver guy's coming through, which is pretty buffy. A lot of these enemies are getting through, and I don't know what's going on right now. Living Experiment is now into the game. Well, we took them out, though. Wave 18, we placed more minigun guys down. Wave 19, placing more farms down. Wave 20, we have a failed experiment guy back in the game again. This one almost made it all the way through, but we got him. Fully upgraded tanks already. Patient Zero, the boss, came in the game, and he's almost freaking dead, and we killed him. GG's. And we got our rewards. Hour 14. Okay, so by hour 14, I was able to get to level 44. I played a lot of games throughout the video, so I didn't really add all the games to one video because it'd be boring. We had a lot of boring just AFK time and just sitting there and just playing games with my friends and just having a good time in Discord and on live stream. But I managed to fit as much as I can so far in wave 14. This was a hard challenge. I've never done a 24-hour challenge for a game before. And with the video by myself, soloing, editing, it's kind of hard. But I've gotten to this point so far. Level 44. Got my crook boss. Got the minigunner. And got commander. And I think so far I like the game. It's very grindy. And there's a lot more to learn throughout playing. We still have a few more hours that I'm going to fit in, which I already had recorded, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that part in now. But you guys, if you like the video so far, man, please just give me a like in this video and watch it through and subscribe, man. I put so much time into this, way too much time to be exact, and I lost about 4 days of editing. But let me finish putting the rest of the video. See you guys a little bit. Hour 15. End up loading to another solo match. This I'm playing chessboard. 2 stars. Loaded in. Instantly, I hit Fallen. I placed my one guy down as always, and I placed down a military base and upgraded my farms. And a few guys started running out. Then I placed another guy in the middle to help out. Wave 7, Fallen Squire spawns in, but he died to my Humvee. Then I skip a wave and place my minigun guy down. Wave 12, we already got 3 military bases down. Place another minigun down in the middle. Fallen Necromancer spawns. We end up taking the Fallen down, but we end up dying. GG's. Hour 16. Loading up into the grass owl this time. Starting out with the same basic, upgrading him a little bit. Placing a militant down for our quest, placing down a commander, placing our crooks to help out the guy that ran through. Gravedigger finally spawns in at wave 25, and we end up taking him out. Hour 17. This time loading up with random people. We end up playing an easy map, and one of the guys left. Placing my first guy down once again, as always, upgrading him a little bit and placing a farm. Killing the Necromancer pretty fast with the guy. Taking out the hidden boss, killing the Gravedigger, and we end up winning the game with a random guy. Hour 18. Loading into another solo match to finish my quest. I place farms down. Already having a lot of the mob bosses placed down. We end up taking down the Gravedigger at the last wave. We managed to take him out and also get rewards while playing multiple games throughout this hour. Hour 19. This time back on the chessboard, we have the same strat. Taking out the Molten boss and playing this other map a few other times. We managed to take out Molten bosses. Hour 20. So basically throughout this hour, I kind of just sat there and looked online for a lot of like new towers for being level 40, like what team I can use and etc. Watching tutorials, watching a lot of like top tier players on YouTube for this game, sweaties and all that. And I figured out the teams were commando, starter guys, and like damage per second stuff and etc. So I think I'm close to trying out the hardest mode in the game. I don't know yet. So this hour I spent studying, close to the last hours. So there's really nothing special here for you guys to see. So it's a little boring. It's gonna be a boring 4 more hours, but we'll go ahead and get through it fast. Hour 21 and 22. Okay, 21 and 22 were hitting to be the most boringest hours. I'm being honest. Past 10 hours was the boring part. It started to get boring. I got lonely and I played a few matches, like I said, here and there with people, but it got boring to the point where these 2 hours was just back-to-back solo games by myself. So I don't really want to show that gameplay. It's just gonna be the same as the other hours. It's gameplay, grinding for coins, and we got up to 4,000 coins. And maybe like I think I had like 2 crates, but that's the point we're at right now. Now this hour coming up, it'll be a special one, but we've gotten to the point where this game's got a little bit boring. It's grindy. It's very grindy, but it got boring being alone, okay? But yeah, I'm losing my mind, bro. I'm not the best at freaking doing these 24-hour challenges, and I suck at editing. I'm doing this by myself. So please, is just a W, please, because it took me a while. It took like a day to even get this done, bro.